but you wanted to time that out.
Yeah, I think once we have the structural costs sort of in
Kind of have a
hand.
real better feel for this is really what we're gonna, maybe an RFP response for how much money they're gonna offer us.
Mhm.
So that's a huge wild card. You know, we could really be surprised there. It could be super low. I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea. So,
So I guess I'll gather some more information and then we'll just keep gathering that seems like what we do together is gather a lot of information.
Yeah.
well, you know, I'm just taking this, I'm studying for the PMP exam, and they're talking about this agile process of management. And it's literally, it's, instead of having a structured, we're gonna do this, then they just keep working towards a goal, and sometimes the goal changes, but what they wind up at the end of the day, you know, they keep getting narrower and narrower. What they wind up usually at the end of the day is a better goal and a better product. And, it's kind of an interesting concept.
If you stay open and sort of flex with what you find.
Yeah, like we might get into this and go, hey, we've done that throughout this process. Hey, maybe if we did this, you know, so I think this is good. We're managing it. This is project management. This is what you do.
Yeah,
That's what you do.
okay,
Gather information.
and that's all I got.
That's it?
How's the new job going?
I would say that
I'm
was
starting
quite a
to-
bit of
Oh.
information there.
That's coming.
Got a week left.
Got a week left.
And we came here to we asked you up here to give you a performance review.
I'm gonna get out of here.
It's
I don't want any
not gonna
of
be good.
It's good
That's
to
why
see
Teresa's
you.
out here. Yeah. Well, before you do that, I have my own performance reviews, just some formal letters that I'd like lodged with the commission.
Okay, we need to make sure Bonnie gets them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they hate letters or they?
Yeah.
Well,
Is the word incompetence is it
You know
fools?
me,
And
always
clown
full of
show?
hatred and indignation. No, I come from a long line of military folk. I
Yeah.
haven't been one myself, but my dad was in the Army for a long time and grandpa in the Navy. It's traditional to use letters of commendation in those settings, and I don't think we use them often enough in public service.
Oh, excellent.
So I've prepared several letters of commendation for individuals, and
Excellent.
as my last official act as an elected official,
Is it like
Seems
pardoning?
like
Do you have pardoning power? Is that
I
what
don't think I have any.
you're? County attorney pardoning?
No,
that's
I wanted to
an
lodge
excellent idea.
some letters of commendation.
Yeah, no, I would recommend all three of these.
Small thing for me to do, but hopefully a big impact on the people that
Sure.
we're involved.
It'll mean a lot to them, I think. Good.
I hope so.
Well, Tabby's, you can help get grants, I'll tell you that. Really?
That's good of you to do that.
I hope so. I hope it.
Where's the ones on the county commission?
Yeah, I was expecting that. Maya mentioned it there.
I'm not your department.
Oh, okay.
I know I'm not Williams either, but I think he's an unsung hero of the building.
Yeah.
I know I am here often late hours and on weekends and different times.
There he is.
And he's always here.
And sure.
William, he keeps that boiler going, he shovels the walks, there's all the little things that nobody sees that he does.
Exactly, yeah, I agree.
Make the building work and run and make it so the rest of us can do our jobs well. And I don't think he gets praised or thanked
Nope.
for those things, so I wanted to do something a little more,
Yeah, you talk about an attitude too. Just,
always a smile and happy.
I try and make his day miserable, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, and you just can't seem to get him down, hey?
No.
Doesn't matter if he's just spent 4 hours shoveling snow,
I know.
he's chipper and wants to chat.
Yeah.
It's like, William, we need a leaf count on how many leaves
And he'll do it.
you. He'll-
He would too,
No, I'm joking.
he's a dedicated man.
I think that's really good of you to do that. I think that's really good.
No, we'll do it.
have something Medicine doesn't auction it up.
Well, and you do it too often, it's not a special thing, right?
That's true too.
Anything in excess
Figure
is worth.
this is my perfect time to do it.
We wrote one for Kim Fisher when she was, they done the audit, that federal audit they have to do, her and Janice Blackmore. And when Sean mentioned it, so we wrote a letter saying how glad we did this and how much we appreciate your work. And
No,
she came in and said,
No, I
I've never
forgot.
had a letter like that. In 20-some years I've worked here, says I framed it and put it on my wall.
Great, easy effort on your part, but
Yeah.
it had a huge impact.
Oh, well, that was easy. So we cut her pay. No.
Well, yeah,
Doctor,
that's why we wrote the
$2
thing.
an hour. That's the value, you trade off the value.
Yeah.
That's right. You don't do anything unless you're gonna get something.
How's the Weir project going?
It's going good.
Awesome.
Priest is doing an
Good progress.
outstanding job.
We're making
Yeah.
progress.
I think it's financially feasible, I think it's
It's
gonna
gonna
make a
happen.
big difference to this community, it's on an aggressive timeline.
Good.
So there'll be results pretty quick, I think, you know.
Good.
Yeah. Brownsfield will be in there in March, right?
Yeah, we're talking
We
about,
got a temporary roof on, we'll be getting a new roof on by spring probably,
Excellent.
so. And then we'll start shoring up that corner and it'll be, yeah, on its way.
Yeah,
and Trish
that's
has
the
already got
savior of that
big
building.
chunks of money, she got this Main Street grant, 290,000, we just got Coboard, 182.5. This is, you know, she's pursuing more and,
Yeah, she's an invaluable asset to the
Yes,
community.
she,
Just having somebody diligently looking for money that's out there.
and it's out there.
yeah, and then it'll make a difference, I think this is gonna be something that's gonna be good for the community.
There's certainly lots of buzz about it. I hear people talking about it all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because you know, when it started out, us getting involved in wanting
Yeah.
to do something with that damn building, it was, they thought, what in the hell is the county commissioner getting involved in that
yeah.
project? And well, and
Throwing
now,
away
let's
tax
say,
money.
they're starting to see it,
Fairly.
and, well, and, you know, if they talk to, Teresa has got a big connection with some ranchers who are very conservative. They'd go in there with a cat and just level the whole frickin' block.
Right.
But when she explains it to them, it's 180-degree turnaround for them. They literally have called me and asked me, what the hell what are they doing? But then they say, hey, you know, my wife is a good friend of her, and we've been here, but we wanna hear what you've got to say. So it's an interesting deal that's happening here. Of course, we don't wanna be throwing money around.
No.
And we can't just turn this economy around. I mean, all we're asking to do is just have a little bit of a bump, have a little bit of a thing there
It can
to,
make a big difference.
yeah.
And you're hitting there's a lot going on Main Street right now. You've got a lot
Yeah.
of little businesses that are starting, there's some people that are putting
Yeah,
money into
we're
it.
Picking up, we're picking up.
It's good
That
timing.
We're
to be-
building will be an economic driver for the whole damn street,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so.
I mean, that's what happened in Lewistown, somebody took a risk on the old, I forget what it used to be called, but it's now the brewery.
Yeah, you can
Main Street.
see,
Yeah.
Lewistown, man, there's an example of old buildings being, turned into
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
And
that was
the
beautiful.
city took a big risk too, cause they put that whole amphitheater in and the park around it and leveling some buildings there. There was a lot of financial risk, but it's paid off because all of Main Street has changed because of it.
Yeah,
It really raised the bar and said, oh, here's this great building, and other buildings started remodeling. A couple of the bars remodeled. The American Prairie Reserve decided to put their
Yeah.
home office. However you feel about the organization,
they put it
they
there.
came in and put hundreds of thousands of dollars into renovating one of the big, beautiful buildings on Main Street, and it's gorgeous now. It's all steel
Yeah.
glass front.
Yeah, I'm impressed with it down there. That's a community that, it's in a beautiful setting. Now it's progressive, it's crisp, it looks clean, its growth potential is, they're gonna really have to try and control how they grow because they're gonna grow.
Well, they are. They've got big businesses coming in to
Yeah.
bring industry and,
And we could be
People-
the same, you know, honestly, with Billings. If you've seen the spillover, have you seen, Billings is now becoming like driving in New York or something. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of growth there. And we're poised for it, right, with the new water coming in and
Yeah.
we've had population increase, 600 new addresses in the last 2-3
Something like
years.
that, yeah.
So people are here, and
Hmm.
if you build it, they will come, right?
Well, this weir building too is a great learning opportunity. You know, we're learning as we go through this process.
Yeah, the next building we go into,
I
we'll.
mean, it'd be a slam dunk.
We'll say, hey, no,
We'll never do this
no, we ain't
again.
doing that.
Well, we're gonna need a new one of these in the next 20
Ah,
years.
there you go. Yeah,
So,
Mm.
it'll be a good learning experience for that, of how to build a new county complex. And
I would rather see a new hospital,
yeah, well,
or an upgraded hospital.
You very well
Add
can.
on.
that could be our
Goes
new
off the
county
street or
complex,
something.
is the old hospital.
What's that?
Yeah.
That could be the new county complex. the
There
old
you go.
hospital. Build a new hospital out here by the elementary school.
As they come in and pay their taxes and have a heart attack, they're right there.
yeah, they're handy. Oh, well, yeah, Harlowtown could build a new hospital, my God, we should be able to. They got less population than we got, but apparently they got some,
Got more windmills.
and more windmills, they do have windmills.
It's risk and reward. What was it? Somebody said Grain? Is it, what's Retzky's first name? Is it?
Did you say something to me?
Retzky. What's that?
Did you say something to me?
No, no.
Oh. Okay, so can I show you this?
Sure.
Okay, this is my year end, okay,
So you're ready for your new job, huh?
right there.
You've been all
You
trained?
got a negative
Yeah,
balance
been
of
trained up,
109.
gone to school,
At the
got
end
the
of June.
road.
They
got
got
the
you
job.
all
And I
that
reversed it
overruled
July
real
1st. That's why
thoroughly,
and then at the end of July, because it doesn't,
Okay,
it
yeah.
starts at 0
Okay,
and then
sure.
it
I'll work
transfers
it
out
out.
with
That's gonna
109.
change, that's gonna change my
Okay.
recommendation.
Okay,
Cause I didn't know he was in the hole that much.
Yeah.
You go
and then,
binge watch,
like,
uh,
see, it
Perry
automatically
Mason
creates
movies.
a
Sure.
reversing journal entry
Then you'll get all your.
Okay.
when I click
Take
that
notes.
Yeah.
box to reverse it July 1st. So
Okay.
he starts at 0, that's
So
right.
can you give me a copy of that?
Mhm.
Judge Parker,
Judge Parker, yeah.
The hanging judge.
We'll be building a gallows up
Judge
back.
Parker's court.
Yeah. That's what I was just telling these ladies, start spreading the reputation that I'm the new guy's a hanging judge.
Yeah.
Screw
You
it,
know-
go before him.
you know, after you do that first one,
That's all.
everybody else, they say, hey, by golly. That really does, you know, if you start letting them off right away, then, oh boy.
That was my theory of prosecution too, and I think it worked really well.
Yeah,
We had a big load up front and, you know, a lot of the problems have slowed down
yeah.
towards the end.
And you worked through
We
them.
tried, can't remember how many, we tried something like 7 cases in the first 6 months.
Yeah.
And it sent a message, and we
So,
haven't had,
so Chris,
haven't
what
had a
that
jury trial in
means,
over a
I'll
year
change
now.
my
right?
numbers for him.
Everything
Okay.
So we can
settles
still
and-
make it work, in other words, cause he had some extras.
Sheriff will tell you
Okay.
crime's
We'll
gone
make it
down.
work.
And then this
We've
is my
terminated a
background,
lot of
if you
parental
need it.
rights.
Yeah,
Because there were a lot of people
Yeah.
just,
You know,
Yeah.
playing the system, right, and not really improving, not really changing, and so we took a hard line stance there. Haven't hardly had a removal in the last year. I think we had 2 in a year's time, where before that, we were averaging 8 or 9 a year.
Yeah.
So, I'm not, I don't have enough hubris to say that it's my doing, right?
No, but
I
it's-
think the system
Yeah,
works when you,
yeah, part of it.
you set a tone, so I intend to do the same thing upstairs. Not that Spalding's doing anything wrong, right? He's been running a great court and doing great things. I'm not gonna change anything drastic in the first 3 or 6 months.
Well, my observation has been, you know, and it's gonna sound, I'm gonna make you embarrass you with compliments, but.
Well,
you
wait
know,
till
not-
Sean gets in here.
Okay, well, wait, you know, not only,
There we go.
you know, are you very intelligent, but you're also experienced but you've got a good heart. You've got a good, you know, there's some humility there that is, I think you'll make an excellent.
And he got him fooled.
Well, thank you.
I mean, honestly.
It's so crazy somewhere else, we're all filled up around here.
And can you lend me some money? No, I'm just kidding. But no, it's been a real honor, it's been excellent working with you. You have actually helped us just running things by you and spitballing, and it doesn't even have to be legal. Just when we talk about things, what you're doing with the community, with the kids and
Well,
the
Bob's
problems.
defense, she came off of a low bar.
I know, I had big shoes, I had big shoes to fill,
It
right?
was such a,
Well, he just wouldn't talk,
it was such a change that it's just magical.
it's just a can't be done
He
attitude.
was defensive when he would show up here.
Yeah.
Even if he did show up, and it was after we twisted his arm and asked him to come up. Yeah, we don't even.
Yeah.
And then
It's an informal memo.
the discourse that went between the sheriff and him, we sat right here and watched that crazy stuff.
And I'd like to,
You miss those days, don't you?
well, you know, those were 6 very difficult years, but, I'd like to say that, with a second, I'm not really that hard to work with. But man, he was
Keep thinking that.
a different type of person, he really was. I never understood him, I'll never understand him.
Well, it's been my pleasure. Thank you for the compliment.
Well, we really appreciate the
I've
work that
enjoyed it.
you've done,
Yeah.
advice you've given us, and all that.
Been a very enjoyable tenure. It's a little melancholy to come to an end.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm glad, no, I'm just kidding. I completely understand the opportunity.
Of course.
That's how it works, and you know, you talked about, you know, you had a low bar, but actually did outstanding. Ben's got a high bar, but you know what, he's doing all right.
Well, I told you, you're gonna realize what a crappy county attorney I was.
Whatever,
I set you up for that.
whatever.
He's been doing it long enough to know all the ins and outs.
Ben has been good enough, you know, he does the same thing that you did. He gives us advice, he says,
Yeah.
you do what you want with it, but this is what I'm advising you.
He sat in a meeting when we were trying to explain something with the Roundup Mason Valley, and he said, stop, you guys don't have any authority, so you have no opinion on the matter. And you've been saying that, but finally it sunk in, like, you know, why do we keep getting sucked into these things when we just, you just create more trouble by trying to help somebody.
Which, by the way, just an FYI, Ken Naylor was in here on Tuesday, or maybe next week, saying that he'll see us this week at public comment time. So,
I heard something about, well, something went on up there. They had a HOA meeting and had a hostile takeover or something. They've got
Really?
3 new,
board members?
well, they took over like the president, the vice president, and the secretary position or something. Or treasurer position, I don't know. And it's, yeah, again, it's the same thing that we run into with these privately maintained public access roads. We have really no authority over them. There's not much that we can write on them.
Right.
We can't enforce a speed limit because they're,
They just had an issue on Smith Road just a week ago, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
They want you to come be enforcers on their private road when something goes wrong,
Right.
but
yeah.
otherwise they don't want you involved.
They don't want us anywhere involved, right? And they always want to weaponize us, and it's not,
Yeah.
that's not, no, we can't pick sides on that, so. It is what it is, what it is, but whatever happened to our roadblockers?
Still hanging out.
Okay.
They've got a hearing on Monday. Maybe Tuesday.
So Ken wants to be next week, come in?
I think he's gonna be today at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, the good news there is they got that big manganese grant,
Oh, yeah.
which means that the cost per member goes down to
Monday, 9:30.
for their infrastructure costs.
That's huge for the water
Yeah.
district.
It was, and they tried to flip that on its tail too, during the, so.
And a little birdie came and talked to me about evidently out here on Alec Roy, at the intersection of Alec Roy and Snowflake, are in a very close proximity there. crew had put out survey stakes, somebody removed them.
Yeah, it was Ed Grimes. Or, no, it was Pratt.
Right.
Pratt removed him. What's his name came in and complained to us. Who came in and,
Well, does somebody admit that they did that?
who was it? Who came in and told us that?
Yeah.
And how did they?
Was
know
it,
that
was
Pratt
it,
did
was it, no, Bob Church told me about it with Great
Oh.
West.
Did they know
And
for
he
sure
said,
he did
he
it?
said that he knew it was Pratt.
How does he know?
Because Pratt announced that that's who he was and said that this is my land, you can't stake it. He claimed he owned the land and they didn't have a right to be there, and he said, he wanted to know what I was, I said, look, we can't do anything, I said, but if it's an easement that belongs to the county, he says it is. And he said, well, then he has no standing to be pulling these things. He said, so he was gonna get his legal guys.
Right. But that could hypothetically fall into a criminal initiative type thing.
Yeah.
It's destroying somebody's labor.
Well, it was delaying things too, you know, they're trying to move forward with doing their work, and they got this guy out there saying, you can't be here, and,
If it's
but I
inside.
can't believe he would be that,
Don?
well, if he either really
Confrontation.
believed it was his property, or he's somehow terribly misinformed, or he is dumb, I mean, you know.
Okay, well, if it's inside the 60-foot easement of the county,
That's what Bob said it was, he said there was no question about that.
then it's, again, so. We'll just kind of see if we can get through there without any additional.
You know Bob.
What do you
Church
have
was-
for us today? Sheriff Leslie, what do you
What's
have
that?
for us today?
Not much, just kind of plugging along, everything.
I gave them 3 letters.
Yeah, here they are, right here.
Do you have anything for us?
I called you up, I was gonna try and use your influence, I was gonna go up to those guys and say, you know, I got the sheriff coming in, you need to get this thing out of the highway. But they
Yeah.
moved it.
Well, I got to sit there a little bit last night too.
You did?
So, yeah. They still haven't got
Yeah,
it
they
out.
haven't got it out.
They've, there's a bunch of different things going on there. So,
You mentioned they couldn't get in the land or something.
yeah, Vescavis did not want them to come to their hayfield. So, understandably.
All right,
This is for the water
You're out
district?
here. Yeah, of course. Alright, we'll see.
good luck, you know, hopefully you'll convict somebody.
Who's gonna swear, technically, I suppose, Judge Spalding will still be the setting judge
He's gonna swear everybody in at 10 and then me at 11.
on the 30, the
Third.
Third.
I know. Sean has told us that is not according to
Yes.
Montana.
It's a shall. I've read it, it's a shall. And this ultimate,
Tell Judge Spalding that.
well, ultimately,
Is this one of
ultimately,
these harmless errors?
and here's, not that we have as many of those individuals in our county as we used to, but I could make a very good argument from the other side as a constitutional sovereign citizen that you weren't sworn in when you were supposed to be. I don't have to recognize your authority. You know, it's not a valid argument, but it's still, it's a shall.
Thanks for putting it on the public record.
What's that?
Thanks for putting it on the public record.
There you go.
Sure.
I just like.
Are
to
you
do
gonna
it-
heckle with the actual swearing in?
He should.
Hey, you're late, this is
Untimely.
invalid, this is invalid.
Yep. Can't swear him in now. The time has
Too
passed.
late, we have nobody, we have no judge.
They could all run up and do it right now.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Just better do it right. Just do it right. And this doesn't give anybody anything that straws to hang on to, so. Anyhow, there you go.
Arrest him.
All right, thank you all.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you.
Yeah, I think we've got a little bit of the bug going through the sheriff's office. I've got several
Going around
sick.
again too, a bunch of
Yeah,
people are sick.
several sick, and we're just kinda, Leon's been out for several days, and one of my deputies is out, and so, yeah, I've got,
Did everybody up there get their hams?
I actually forgot to check that yesterday. I think most of them got their hams. Now,
Are you still sitting with a few?
No.
you got rid of all of them. Okay, because,
Cause I took 8 of them.
well, the thing was, is I figured you hadn't maybe counted the 2 new dispatchers.
No, I didn't count any of this.
Actually, he got 75 hams, and based on my thing, there's 71 employees, so everybody should have got a ham.
So I didn't take one, so one of the new employees could have one. So I think we were supposed to get 18, and we only got 17. And
Well, they might have missed the new dispatcher. We just-
yeah, well, one of them might feel included.
We can probably scrounge up a ham.
Oh no, I don't need a ham. I'm good.
Oh, no, we,
It was a little chaotic.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask Teresa if she got her ham,
Oh,
because she
yeah.
left before she could,
Yeah,
before
we
they
should ask.
arrived, and then what happened? She was gonna come in on Monday, and I don't know if they were here.
So, but full staff got, I've got 2 new communications officers in training and sending one off to Helena here, I guess next week or the week after in January.
Yeah.
First week in January, so. We're running into with I think you all knew that we had a little accident with the big drone.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
I
you-
hadn't heard.
that was a
Bad
couple weeks
lightning?
ago, right?
Yes, we went over to Golden Valley, Wheatland County, when they had that pursuit with the guy that ditched the truck out by Dead Man's or somewhere up there and took off on foot, and it was at night, so ultimately, what it appears is that we probably stayed airborne well, and then they ran into a headwind coming back to home base.
So we ran out of juice.
Well, they were very, very low on juice, and the drone was trying to self-land it. And there were some mistakes made on our part. As we know, pilot error is
Yeah.
generally
That kills a lot of fun.
it does kill a lot of pilots, so. But we were under the impression, and we're gonna look at the phone calls and may get Ben involved, that it was represented to us that we had a bumper-to-bumper warranty on that thing. Even if we crashed it, it had 100% replacement with no cost to us. Well, the bait and switch has been done, and they sent us a bill.
What?
Yeah, so we're working on it.
Well, you looked at didn't we sign an agreement when
We did, and
they
there's,
switched it out?
I don't know what it is. We'll work through
What
it.
was the bill? How much?
700 and something, I think. It's not,
So it's
not
not a
like
big
thousands.
no, it's not, no, it's not like 18,000 or
But it
something.
sets a precedent.